And a pleasant good evening to you from the KXN Live Studios. I'm Billy Gates, and first of all, we hope you're staying warm and safe out there during this extremely cold Arctic blast here that we're experiencing in Central Texas. And here to talk about it on Nick's First Warning is KXN meteorologist Nick Bannon. Nick, thank you so much for joining us. You've got some new information regarding advisories and what have you during this freezing cold weather here that we're having. Could you please explain to us what's new?
Yeah, let me tell you what's changed over the last few hours. National Weather Service has upped the beginning time of the winter weather advisory. This was due to begin at 6 this evening, but it began around the middle of the day. So this is in effect now. That's because there had already been some spotty reports of freezing drizzle in parts of Central Texas, and I mean spotty, say less than 10% coverage of that, if not less than 5%. But it was a sign that things were trying to get going just a tad early. In general, the forecast for icing remains the same, given that we're expecting the majority of the scattered light freezing rain to happen still during the overnight hours and into Monday morning, up to 1/10 of an inch of ice accumulation there. What is also new are some new issuances of warnings, including a hard freeze warning that begins at 6 o'clock this evening and continues all the way until 10 o'clock Wednesday morning. That's for the expectation of low temperatures, not including wind chills, regular low temperatures between 10 and 20 degrees at night tonight, but especially Monday night and Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. This would be the type of freeze that would kill many plants, even some of the hardier ones, and it's also going to heighten the risk for some burst pipes, especially if you don't drip your faucets and protect your outdoor spigots. And the wind chill advisory has been extended. This was due to continue into Monday morning for parts of the area. It's been expanded to include almost all of Central Texas and extended now until Wednesday morning at 10. That's because our feels-like temperature, when you factor in both the cold and the wind, could drop to near zero, if not in a few places below zero. Billy?
That's chilly. That's chilly. So one thing that I know folks are worried about is the idea of freezing rain, freezing drizzle. You said that there's been some reports of spottiness of freezing rain, freezing drizzle. That's why the National Weather Service decided to go early with that winter weather advisory. I mean, when is there going to be more sort of widespread coverage of that possible precipitation that may lead to ice?
I'd say the worst of it comes from midnight tonight through 8 tomorrow morning. That doesn't mean we're not going to have any leading up until midnight tonight. Let's show you what radar looks like, and we've got our winter radar on now, and you can see the legend there at the top of your screen. The blue would be snow. We have actually had a few snow pellets of sort earlier on today, a couple of snow flurries too, but generally we're looking for freezing drizzle, freezing rain, or some sleet. Those are the most likely precipitation types from a wintry variety. Now, when the drizzle and rain falls on warmer surfaces, then it would just hit the ground as rain and not freeze. So rain in the mixture there too. What you're looking at now is the live radar, which shows us that we are dry. However, drizzle forms really near the ground and underneath the radar beam. So your radar apps at home, even the more scientific radar that we look at, it doesn't do a great job picking up on drizzle most of the time unless it's super widespread and forms close to where the radar is. Then we can see it. But what we're going to start seeing is reports of drizzle, even if nothing's showing up on radar. Let me take you into the future. The gray is the cloudiness. The pink dots are the freezing drizzle and light freezing rain. Start seeing that become a little more common here by late evening, but still it's spotty, 11 o'clock tonight. Then much more in the way of pink overnight into tomorrow morning. We think rain chances rise to about 50% overnight and 60% for early tomorrow morning. So still not everybody gets freezing rain or rain out of this, but we think more of us do than don't get some precipitation. The precipitation coverage starts to back off after about 8 or 9 in the morning, and by the middle of the day on Monday, the way things are looking for now, we're all done with wintry precipitation. A lot of people have been asking about, okay, let's say we get some icy spots Monday morning. Well, what does that mean for Monday afternoon, Monday night, and even Tuesday when we're heading back to work? Well, there's a process called sublimation where the dry air actually allows ice or snow to skip from its solid state to a vapor state or evaporate. And we may be able to do that here, given that the air is going to dry out Monday afternoon and evening, set us up for a hopefully ice-free Tuesday. Let's get back to the maps. I want to show you what our forecast models are doing with ice accumulation amounts. And this is through 11 o'clock tonight. And you can see that the amounts are fairly minimal, up to 1/100th of an inch in some spots. Now, I don't want to play down 1/100th of an inch because it does not take very much ice to make things slippery. However, through 11 o'clock tonight or through late evening, we're not expecting much in the way of the accumulated ice. But notice what happens after midnight through, I know this map runs through 5 tomorrow evening, but really the cutoff is noon. We're expecting things dry out. Then we could start getting closer to 1/10th of an inch of ice in some areas. I want you to pay attention more to the range. Some places only 1/100th or 2/100ths of an inch. Some places closing in on 1/10th of an inch. And predicting exactly where that sets up is tough to do, but the general idea is less than 1/10th of an inch is a minimal amount of ice. This is nothing compared to the freeze we had last February where we had 7/10ths of an inch just about in Austin. We're looking at most 1/10th of an inch, which probably is not enough to weigh most branches down and probably not enough to cause widespread power outages. Mm-hmm. But it could still be enough to make for some icy travel. So we think that the ice on the bridges is our main concern. Bridges, elevated surfaces, overpasses, flyovers, I still think are less of a concern, but still a risk, is going to be our surface streets because, yes, the ground is warm comparatively, but the air is cold and has trended colder. So temperatures in the 20s and teens may be enough for some patchy icing on surface roads, although still the bridges, overpasses, elevated surfaces will likely get more. There's probably going to be some limited sleet in the mix and even a few snowflakes, and we've had a little bit of that already, Billy.
Yeah, it's Billy, Nick. So thank you for putting that into context, because I know a lot of folks here on our Facebook feed have been kind of asking like how does this compare to that last ice storm we had that, I mean, for me, just absolutely demolished my poor oak tree in my backyard. Like, there were like 5 or 6 just humongous branches that got weighed down so much they just came crashing down in our yard. And that was kind of a scary moment for not just me, but for everybody in our neighborhoods. All of our oak trees in Southwest Austin really felt the brunt of that. So this isn't going to be anywhere near what that was, but it's still enough to, use some caution out there. Like, use some of your better judgment, use some common sense if you got to get around.
Yeah. And what I'm more worried about are people driving tomorrow morning, Monday morning, and crossing over the bridges and overpasses and flyovers that could be icy. I'm more worried about that than I am power outages. That being said, I'm still charging devices. We still got a couple of days worth of groceries in just to make sure that should something happen with the grid, that we'd be set. But I'm less worried that branches would be weighed down by this little amount of ice versus a little amount of ice on the road can cause more problems. I want to talk about temperatures now because it has been a cold day. Our high temperature happened just after midnight. We were around 35 in Austin, and then we've been dropping ever since, just about. We've settled at 26 in Austin now, and you can see all of us are below freezing. Even our warmest spot there, Luling, on the map at 31 degrees. And we've got some teens already for current temperatures in Lampasas right now. The front that moved through just before midnight last night has made its way south. Still not in Laredo yet, where they're at 67, and Brownsville at 76 versus Dallas at 15. It's one of those crazy Texas temperature maps where you see such a spread in one day. But our temperatures are going to keep dropping here into the night. Regular air temperatures getting down to about 20 tomorrow morning means widespread teens in the hill country. That's part of the reason that we've got that hard freeze warning for tonight, is because of just how cold it's going to be. Colder than it was last night, by the way. And we're now forecasting highs tomorrow to only get to 28 degrees. So we should be staying below freezing all day tomorrow now. I want to fast forward to when we may actually climb above freezing. But let me first double back and talk about tonight's forecast. So a low of 20, and remember the spotty to scattered freezing drizzle with the chances, we'll call it 40 to 50%. Those rise to 60% tomorrow with a high of just 28. So we go, looks like about 40 hours, 50 hours below freezing in Austin. Could even be more than that when I do the math. Low temperatures get down into the teens, even in Austin on Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning, before temperatures climb here on Thursday. And then as we focus on the wind chill forecast going into the future, it's still going to feel like the teens, if not the single digits, through the morning tomorrow. And then we only climb to feeling like the teens tomorrow afternoon. Tuesday morning will feel like the coldest morning of this whole stretch because it's actually going to get windier Monday night into Tuesday morning. So that wind combined with air temperatures only in the teens makes it feel like single digits everywhere. And I wouldn't be surprised if in some places we get those sub-zero feels like temperatures. But then Tuesday afternoon, the sun comes out, the wind backs off. It doesn't feel as cold, but it still feels like the 20s out. And then we've got one last truly cold night, Wednesday morning. We're starting in the teens for the feels like temperatures and the air temperatures too. But then look at this, climbing highs, 34. So we're above freezing in Austin Tuesday afternoon, briefly. And then we're all above freezing Wednesday afternoon, up to 48. And Thursday's going to feel pretty amazing, Billy, up to 67 degrees.
If this isn't classic Central Texas, then wow. That is some graphic.
Yeah. And that's how we're going to leave it. So it's all about preparing for your pipes tonight, preventing them from freezing, dripping them, covering the outdoor spigots if you haven't yet, and staying inside or covering as much skin as you can if you do go outside, because it's dry right now. Mm-hmm. People probably want to run some errands heading into a new work week. Of course, many people have the day off here tomorrow. I'm not saying don't go outside, especially while it is still dry now, but less encouraging of that Monday morning when those roads could still be icy.
Yeah, we're just here to give you the information that you need, and you can take that however you need to. Use your better judgment. Get done what you got to get done, but stay safe. Like, absolutely, that's our main goal. We want you to stay safe.
Yeah, and certainly a big thanks to first responders, grocery store employees, anyone who has to be out to help us all get through this. We really appreciate you. And by Wednesday afternoon, this will all just be a dream, Billy.
We'll be back into the upper 60s by the end of the week here. Yeah. Before we go, want to share some school district closures that we've received here at KXAN. I'm assuming we'll get some more, but for now, we've got 3 of them to share with you. You can keep checking on KXAN.com. We will be updating our posts on our website as we receive word from school districts around the area. The Burnett CISD, they've called off classes for Monday. Schulenburg ISD has also called off classes along with the Doss School District there in Gillespie County. They've stretched their delays, closures out to Tuesday. They're going to have delays on Tuesday, and they're going to be closed on Monday as well. Again, check KXAN.com for the latest, and we will have all kinds of coverage for you on air, online, and we're going to help get you through this. We're going to do the best we can to give you the best information in the quickest way we can to help everybody get through this chill.
No doubt. And of course, our news coming up at 5 p.m. We'll have the latest as well, and we'll have an update at 9 on CW Austin, and then again at 10. So we'll see you all then.
All right. For Nick Bannon, I'm Billy Gates. Thank you so much for watching Nick's First Warning, and we will talk to you again very soon.